Alright, hello everybody, welcome back to another video. This video is going to be about Introduction to Python Part 4. Basically what we're going to be talking about is functions. Now, a function is basically just when you take some value, you do something to it, and you get a new value. So for example, a function could be, say, a very simple one. It could be an addition function. We take the number 2, we add 2 to it, and then we get 4 out. So the addition is basically like a function in this case. So next example should be a little bit clear. So first off, we want a function. We need to type in def, which defines our function. Then we want to find our function name. We're going to give a function name. So for example, we can ask it to greet us. That's going to be the goal of our function here. So it's going to be, we define greeting. Then we need parentheses. Because we want to put in a name here, we're going to type in name, and we're going to set the name value to something else later. So I'm going to click colon. I'm going to type out print. Let's just go with hello plus name plus exclamation point. Now what we can do is we can call the function and input whatever we want our name to be here. So for example, we can do greeting. Let's go Bob. Let's click run. Now we have hello Bob here because we called the function greeting. We pass in Bob into it, and so it's substituted Bob for name here. Now you can actually do some addition. For example, in your Python, so for example, we can define sort of say an addition function. So we're going to type in add. Now let's say we want to add 2 numbers. We're going to type in num1, num2, colon. We do print. Of course, we're going to and then after we put print, we put in the function we want. So prints num1 plus num2. So we're going to type in plus num1 plus num2. We'll click run. And we didn't define num1 plus num2. So yeah, we need to call the add function. We can type something like 10, 20. If you click run, it gave us 30 because 10 plus 20 is 30. Alternatively, we could just say, for example, instead of printing something, we can save the value to something else. So we do that by typing return instead of print. We can say something like num sum, if we want to find the sum of our values, is equal to add 10, 20. Because we're adding 10 and 20 together, it's going to put us on num sum and a value called num sum. I'm just going to print our variable here, or setting here num sum. It should bring us back and give us the same sum of 30. Now, the next mathematical operation you can do is, let's say for example, we want to multiply. We want to multiply certain functions from each function. And that sounds a little bit confusing now, but it'll make sense when I start to get to it. So we're going to add a new function. We're going to call it mul. Num1, num2. We want to return a value. It's going to be num1 times num2. And we want to do our print. We want to do our print statement. So basically, we're going to type in print mul add. And we're going to choose some random numbers. We don't have to do num1, num2 because we didn't define them. Just type in 5, 6, parentheses, close the parentheses, comma, another parentheses, add, more parentheses, 4, 3, and a final parentheses. Or, I'm sorry, I think we might need one more parentheses. So let's click run. Looks like there's too many parentheses, so I gotta delete one. So for example, we can see how many parentheses you need. You need to adjust them. So for example, we want the first parentheses are on mul, second parentheses around our function, second set around our function, third set being submitted to into our first add function, and then a comma, and then another parentheses for our function, for our second function, for our second add function, parentheses for 4 of 3. This closes our add. This closes our add function. This closes the multiply function. This closes the print function. So that's why we got 77 here, because 5 and 6 is 11. Add 4 and 3, that's 7. 7 times 11 is 77. What we can do is we can look up some various methods or functions that kind of you can use in Python. So for example, we're going to type in something like print. Well, we're going to use two things. We're going to use the directory, and we're going to use the help function. So if we want to find a directory of something, we can just say, for example, direct dir. Let's type in maybe a string. Let's see what happens. Now it gives us basically a number of methods that we can use with the hello string, because it's a string. Basically gave us all of these little methods. So for example, we have upper and stuff. We're going to use upper in a second, but now each of these, you don't need to know all of them by heart, but it's helpful to know some of them, and you can just always find some of them later. But what if you want to know what a particular method is? Well, we can do this by saying what one of these sort of methods does. So basically, we can just take dir, replace it with help. Then inside, we don't just leave a string. We're going to type in. We're going to ask for a method, or ask for a method basically. So we click run. It tells us this helpful description rather. That's to say, it help on built-in function upper. Upper method of built-in string instance returns a copy of the string converted to uppercase. Because that makes sense, because it says upper in this method bracket. So that's basically it about functions. I hope you guys like this video. Please leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care.